Hey everybody, welcome back to Interlude, the series where I show you games that I am playing, am trying to play, bought a while ago and never played, and other such things. Today we're looking at the game Beyond Gravity. Let's play the intro. This little intro showed up immediately when I started the game up. Just kind of this immediate thing. As far as I'm supposed to figure out, it's supposed to tell you a little bit of a story leading into the gameplay itself. Little spaceship guy gets hit by a meteorite, which I suppose that happens, right? Or is it meteor? It's in space. It's meteor, right? And crashes into another one. We got our spaceship, apparently, which allows us to upgrade. And this is one of those very casual games, is the way I'd like to say it. Because there's only one button to press. All you have to press is spacebar. There's no other command. And the entire idea is you press spacebar and you get launched to other moons. Very cool idea. And then you just collect stuff, and eventually you will miss, and you will fall, and you're done. You collect a bunch of stuff. In this case, we collected 63. The first upgrade is like 20,000. So I don't think that's coming anytime soon. I really wish there was something I could do about this, but unfortunately, the scroll bar does not seem to move very much. I guess you're supposed to do it with your mouse wheel here. So I'm pretty bad at this game, as you might be able to tell. There was a lot of these sort of games that came out a number of years ago. These, like, I don't know if I'd say jumpers is necessarily what I would call these things. But games where the entire point was to go as far as you could on one go, and if you screwed up, you're done, right? That was, that'd be the end of it. Never really got into them, really. It was never really my style. But whee, and we're gone. We've reached 300 meters. Oh, hey, we got a reward apparently. That was a goal. We get 350 wigwams. New, do a double jump. Jump again while flying in the air. Okay, let's try that. There's an achievement for that, apparently. Okay, so we'll do that. Jump. No need to do that double jump thing just yet, I suppose. Go right here. Okay, well, that's the achievement, and I completely missed. So let's not do that again. Go ahead and claim our reward there. Collect 500 screws or cogs in one game. Not sure if that's going to happen. But then again, if you can chain it, you never know. There's a multiplier that they've got going on here for when you do well, apparently. I don't know, are those things bad? I have to assume they're bad. But yeah, this is one of those really cute little games that I can't help but really kind of appreciate for all that they are, because they're nothing special. Like, these aren't games that, you really sit and you go, man, this is proof that gaming is an art form. It really isn't. I mean, it's got a really cute aesthetic, and the gameplay isn't altogether that challenging, except apparently it is, because I can't play it worth a damn. But you got stuff like that. It's not like the most amazing game of all time, but it's fun, it's cute. I mean, if you're playing for a brand new gamer, the parents who don't really game all that much, don't have time for that sort of nonsense. There's our 500 screws or cogs in one game. If you're the type of person who doesn't have time for this level of nonsense, then this might be the exact style of game for you. Because it doesn't require too much investment on your part. It's let's have some fun and do some nonsense. The only control is spacebar. That is all I have had to contend with. Let's double jump so we can make it to our next one. Yeah, spacebar is all it's asked me to do. There's been nothing else, and I think there's upgrades we can get eventually. The first one was like 10,000 bolts. So I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing any of these upgrades over the course of this interlude. But it's good, right? It's fun. It's enjoyable. And Let's completely overshoot, and we're done. So there's our 1,000 screws. Have a near miss encounter with a fireball. I think we just had that, to be honest with you. You know, I think there's a definite thing to be said for games of this nature, because they give this fun little nothing to do. Now, this seems like a type of game that would work very well on an iOS device or on an Android device. Less, I mean, maybe even like a DS or a Vita. Less so on the computer, I think, just because it feels like the computer's a little bit wasted on this sort of thing. And by that I mean, like, there's so many wonderful little handheld devices that you can get that are perfect for a game that does not require much in the way of power or oh, that was a thing that happened. The game was punishing me for my statement there. You know, it doesn't really require much in the way of power or you know, special parts or anything like that. Processing power for this game is probably not very high. So this is the type of game that would work perfect on one of those systems, because one tap sends you flying, you can hold it in case you're not sure, you know, double tap, all that good stuff. Okay, got my near miss. That was really close. Yeah, it doesn't require all that much, really, and, you know, they're introducing some new stuff. You know, we had the fireballs, which apparently I can wait for just in case, which I suppose is what I'm supposed to do. And, you know, I guess there's a little bit to be said for, you know, getting the chains and setting this up. And what eventually happens is you gradually get new abilities that, make you all the better at your job, at your jumping. You'll jump further than you ever thought was humanly possible. Good things will happen to you, and I suppose there's an end in sight at one time for our little spaceman, who is having such a lousy time of his life, having to jump from thing to thing. I don't know if that sign is supposed to mean anything to our little spaceman here. I don't know if that's a sign that home is in this direction. I have to assume not, right? Because bad things would happen if the game were to end like that, because the game would be over. We'd have nothing left. I don't know if I'm supposed to, like, if I can, how I abuse this chain mechanic that I seem to be seeing here. Oh, this is bad. I can correct. No, I can't. Oh, I was so close. So we have the near miss, our fireball. There's 600 more bolts for us. Die between 100 and 120 meters. So that one's outright telling me to die. And, you know, that's a thing, right? How often do you have a game outright tell you, hey, you should die here, and that game not be like The Binding of Isaac or something? Oh, I'm already past the time I'm supposed to be. Whoops. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, as you can see, it's just one of those enjoyable little things that it's all about just having fun, you know? Okay, I think I need to just slightly, just kind of like there. Die between 100 and 120 meters. And I think probably land a total of 200 planets now. I think part of the fun about this is going to be less the actual minigame itself and more the interesting achievement-style stuff that it's asking me to do. You know, it's asking me to land on 100 to 200 planets, and that's a lot of planets to be dealing with. Luckily, as you can see, I don't really have to do too much to do that. I just have to jump and not miss. So that's nice. The graphics are fun. The little kind of hand-drawn, cartoony style works very well for this game. You know, I find myself looking at the background, going, you know, what happened to that moon? Man, I wish I would know that story, which is always something that, you know, you can hope for out of a game is, man, I wish there was a story here for me to learn. Graphics works pretty well. Sound effects, I mean, they're pretty forgettable, really. The type of thing that if I was actually to play this long-term, which I don't think I'm going to be doing, but if I were to play this long-term, I'd probably want to turn off the sound effects after a while because those dings are a little bit grating on the nerves. The music is very just it's there. It's kind of their music, which oh, this is bad. And I lost it. But yeah, oh, isn't that nice? It's very much just their music. So it's not music that you're going to write home about. It's not music that's going to win an award, but it's music that does keep your ears occupied, at least for a short period of time, until you're ready to do something else. And that's all the game really asks for, really. I think the only reason I'd probably play the game is for the achievements. But if you're an achievement hunter, and if you have a lot of fun playing games for that exact reason, which I will admit that I am, you might like this game, specifically because it seems to have a lot of achievements to grab that may or may not actually be a little bit hard to get. You know, things like dying at, 10 meters may not be a problem, but, okay, this is a little bit different. That might not be a problem, but it may be a problem to, get a 50 times multiplier, which I'm assuming is going to be a thing that's going to happen at some point. Is that like a face to the right-hand side, or is that just me? I'm assuming that we're going to be seeing gigantic multipliers at some point that I will have to, in some way, catch, which means getting a lot better at this. Okay, that was a little bit risky. So I assume there's going to be stuff like that in the line. I am a little bit perturbed by the fact that I can only get an achievement once the game deems me ready for the unlock. It's a little bit annoying. Means that I could be stuck on really annoying achievements forever and a day. Oh, I got zapped. Did get to play 10 games, though. We'll go ahead and claim that reward. Reach 500 meters is my next one. We reached 946 meters on that run, so that shouldn't be hard. So, yeah. Beyond Gravity. I really wish that... Okay, well, that was a very short-lived run. The only thing I think I... Okay. The only thing I think I wish that Beyond Gravity did that it doesn't currently do is just have a little bit of a variety in what it wants me to do, or play with the idea of gravity a little bit more. You're saying a game called Beyond Gravity, and the only thing we do is we bounce off a planet once, and then we're done. Like, that's all that I do. I bounce off a planet. Oh, let's go ahead and not die there, please. I bounce off a planet, and I'm done. Bounce off a planet straight into a meteor, and I'm done. And that's it. There's also, that being said, what are my options here? What can we do? Well, we could institute a gravity mechanic, and you never know, there may be one down the line that I just haven't met yet. It could be that eventually I will go and explore black holes that will try to drag me in. That could certainly be a possibility, I think. I haven't seen one yet. But who knows? I am just a wee babe when it comes to things of a planetary or a mini-planet or planetoid nature. I do want to know. I do want to know what these things are called. Oh, I just 498. Okay, got a total of 100 gold screws. Now we got to do that. That gives us. I kind of want to see what the first upgrade is. I'm holding out for that, and we're getting awful close. And I think that if I just do not suck, that there's a chance that we could actually see what this first upgrade does. And that's really what you want to try, right? In games like this, you want to get to that first upgrade. Now, the game is also, I think, in a small way with achievements, the game is trying to teach me how to play. And it's trying to say, hey, get the golden bolts because they're worth more money. Hey, try to double jump because that's how you correct yourself. That's how you save yourself when you screw up, which I am want to do. Yeah. Get the golden bolts, they're worth more. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was really close to not making it. Got a bunch of golden bolts here. I missed most of them. There's our achievement for reaching 500 meters. And the thing is, we've reached 500 meters before, so I think that's one of the slightly irritating things about the way the achievement structure works. It's not achieve this, it's achieve this when we want you to. And there's something just a little bit off-putting about that. Am I complaining a bit too much for this game? I think I might be complaining a bit too much for this game. You can find Beyond Gravity on Steam. If this looks like this is your style of game, and as I said, I imagine there are going to be plenty of folks who are interested in a game of this nature. You can go ahead and find it. For me, I don't know if I'm actually going to end up 100% completing Beyond Gravity. For those of you who see me on Steam, you're going to be the ones that are going to know whether or not I do. It's kind of peaceful, I will admit. There's a certain level of peace. Whoa, that was close. There's a certain level of peace with jumping from planetoid to planetoid. There's a certain amount of terror as you make your jump, going, well, this could be the one where I don't make it. This could be the one, Ethel. You gotta wonder, did our astronaut friend have a wife of some sort at home, or a husband? You know, we're equal opportunity here. Was there a thing going on for him, or was he just out in space for no reason? And also, what's going on in the background here? So, you know, I feel like I'm supposed to be. Oh, this is bad. Okay, never mind, we're good. I feel like I'm supposed to be, you know, in space or something. And yet we got clouds and mountains and, you know, what have you in the background. Am I not in space? I don't know. Okay, so it feels like the game is trying in some small way to ramp up difficulty here. I'm not sure how I feel about it, because the difficulty dies down again. It was moving the stuff extra fast, so I had to really think fast and be fast on my reflexes. And then it slowed down again. I don't know if this is intentional or this is just something the game is doing today. Judging these angles is not exactly the easiest thing of all time. Okay. We're up to 1628 meters. I wonder what happens when you get to the max meters. I mean, that would take absolutely forever, and I don't know if that's worth it. There's probably something that increases your amount of jumps. You probably get triple jump, right? Maybe better jump, maybe a rewind. And we're out. Okay. So, reach 500 meters. We're still working on both of those. And that unlocks have 5 near-miss encounters with a fireball. Okay. Well, we can unlock something in our spaceship. We can do increase jump speed, or increase jump speed even more. Reach pickups that are farther away. Triple jump. Optimal jump trail for 80,000. Upgrade pickup score multiplier. And then the heads and bodies. Let's see what increased jump speed does. Okay, so you literally, all you do is move faster with increased jump speed. That is it. That's all you do. Which, I guess, you know, if you're going for those long hauls, okay. If you're going for those long hauls through the misty void, as it were, I suppose this would be helpful. Okay. Cute game, Beyond Gravity. You can find it on Steam. There will be a link in the description, as is usual. And I will catch you guys next time. Ta-ta.